Hello, guys, and welcome back. You're watching the Camera64 Podcast, and I am your host, Alfonso Chavez. And as always, we're coming to you from sunny San Antonio, Texas, home of the San Antonio Spurs, one of my favorite NBA teams. To be honest, it's my only NBA team that I enjoy watching. And I'm really looking forward to this year with our awesome Wimby running up and down the court now. It seems to be setting up for some great times. Well, today on the show, guys, I wanted to share some awesome and amazing news that I am super excited. I can't spill the beans technically on what it is just quite yet. I'm going to hold off a little bit on it. But let's just say that it's going to be something that's going to change my world, absolutely change my world. And it's giving me a new pep, a new step. I'm looking to do something new. And a big part of that is making this YouTube channel viable. I want to make it viable. Can I do it? I don't know. I'll be quite honest. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know how this is going to play out. But like the rest of life, we go on, we move forward, we try and figure it out, and we move forward. We take it day by day. And that is where we're going to be at. Now, my photography has kind of been in a standstill right now. We're right in the middle of the San Antonio wedding season, and things have not been too fulfilling for me this year. It's kind of odd, but I kind of understand it too. And in a way, I kind of knew this was going to come. I just didn't know when this day was going to come. But we are a service industry, guys. We are not essential, as you would say, essential, are not considered to be essential by many people. The entire wedding and quinceañera industry, I think, is starting to feel the weight of what's going on around us in our world. With the economy being the way it is, people are getting financially tight, and it's starting to show. Now, for years and years, we've lived pretty nicely. The photography business for me has been very good to me. I'm never going to complain. I'll never complain. And I'm not even going to complain this year because I don't feel that it's a letdown so much. I just feel like I have to reinvent myself. And this is not going to be the first time that I've been in this situation. I've had to reinvent myself in the past. So this is not anything new to me. It's a little disheartening. You kind of feel bad about it, but you understand it. We know that people can spend their money on all kinds of different things, but that's not even the issue right now. The issue is that things are just getting so expensive. Even going to the grocery store, me and my wife the other day, we simply just stopped in. She wanted to pick up a couple of items, and literally that's exactly what we did. Is we picked up a couple of items, enough to fill up 3 HEB bags, which is not much, guys, not much. 3 small bags. I walked out of there carrying the 3 bags in my own hand, and we spent $85. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we didn't bring hardly anything to eat. It was the stuff that she needed, and I think I picked up one bag of cachete to make some barbecue. I mean, to make some barbacoa here at the house. And that was it. It was $85. That's just insane. And then 6 months ago, or not even 6 months, maybe 5 months ago, I received a letter from our auto insurance company to let us know that our insurance rate has gone up another hundred and something dollars. So I know that prices are going up and things are getting kind of crazy out there, guys. So I'm going to try and concentrate a little bit more on making YouTube videos. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it works, but I have more time on my hands. I have more time. And as much as I do like to go out and shoot, I will definitely go out and shoot when the opportunities present themselves. But right now, after this weekend, I have nothing else planned for the entire rest of the year. And that has not happened in over, more than 10 years where I go an entire wedding season and not have at least 2 to 3 events booked for every month from August straight through January. So this is all new territory, but I'm not going to waste this time. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to work, but we're gonna try and figure it out. I'm gonna try and make things work, because of the great news, guys. I want to say what it is. I trust me, I do, and if you follow along, I will let you know what that news is. But let's just say that I'm super excited, guys. I want to spill the beans so bad. I want to tell somebody. I just gotta tell somebody, right? But not quite yet. I promise. I made a promise. I'm gonna stick to it. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the photography business, guys, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who are new and are thinking about getting into photography, or maybe have just started doing photography maybe 3 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago. And I'm not here to discourage you. I want to get that out right away and let you know I'm not here to discourage you. Quite the contrary. I want you to be successful. I want the next photographer after you to be successful. And I want to continue to be successful as a photographer. But there's some things that you need to be aware of, guys, especially now more than ever. And that's the fact that the economy is not doing well, guys. Let's face it, it's not doing well. And it trickles down. And I saw it in 2008. Now, in 2008, we were doing okay in the photography business, but it wasn't too big of it wasn't a jolt. But at my regular day job, which I do hold my regular day job, at the time, I was driving for FedEx, and I stayed at FedEx for nearly 20 years, guys. And my entire time at FedEx, it was always the busiest. But I'll never forget 2008, because when 2008 hit, I went from having 600 boxes on my truck every single day and having 100 stops to deliver to literally half that. I was delivering maybe 300 packages and maybe only having 50 or 60 stops. And it went to that, and it never came back. The rest of the time that I was there, it never changed. It never went back. And I saw it firsthand. I saw it in my deliveries. I saw it in my truck every day. I saw it in the customers who are not receiving things or ordering things that they normally would on a regular basis were not coming in. They just weren't ordering it because people just didn't have the funds. They didn't have the money to do those things that they were normally doing. And I'm starting to feel it again, although this time I'm feeling it in my own personal business. And so I understand it, guys. I trust me, if I have a decision to make to keep my car running or throw my daughter a quinceañera, I'm going to be very straightforward with her and let her know, hey, honey, we're having trouble with the car. And right now, with the way things are, it's super important that we make sure that car keeps running through this event. And I just hope that she would understand. And I'm sure my daughter probably would understand if I had a daughter. Unfortunately, I've never had a daughter. But the quinceañera for me personally is a big step. It's a huge step, guys, for young ladies. I've seen young ladies literally grow up in that instant. I can't explain it to you, but meeting the young ladies that day of the quinceañera in the morning to the time that they're presented, it's almost like watching a flower just blossom and bloom. I've seen young ladies who were super shy just literally open up that day, and by the end of the night, they're a totally different person. It's hard I can't put it into words sometimes. It's hard for me to explain it, but I've seen it so many times. Moms or dads who are concerned about their daughter maybe being too shy or being kind of to themselves and not having very many friends. I think that the quinceañera really gives them the opportunity to kind of change that direction. I really think that quinceañeras can change the direction of how a young lady feels about herself, because she knows in that moment when she gets introduced that everybody that's in there, everybody that's clapping for her, everybody that's cheering her on is there for her. Everybody's there for her. The entire party is about her. And gosh, guys, I mean, I just can't I can't imagine not doing that if I had a daughter. I didn't have a daughter, but if I did have a daughter, I would understand the gravity of it. I'm just a photographer, but I see it, and I see that growth in those minutes, those times when those things happen. So it's definitely something that you want to do if you absolutely can do it. But now photography itself, as far as the quinceañera and wedding industry goes, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves. I don't want to lie to anybody. The mobile phone has really changed everything. Now, can the quality equal that of a DSLR or even a mirrorless, modern mirrorless? No, not even close. But here's the thing, close enough or good enough is now acceptable, guys. It's truly acceptable. Now, for me personally, when I do weddings and quinceañeras and I deliver, say, 600 pictures, I personally have gone through every one of those pictures and made sure the colors are correct, the exposure is correct, as well as any other corrections that need to be made to those pictures. And that, my friends, is the difference. It's a service we're providing. The photography, I really believe that anybody could do it with any camera, including cell phones, guys. If I was hired to do a wedding and somebody told me, I just want you to do it with your cell phone, I think I'd be okay. I'll be quite honest. I really think I would be okay. Now, will I need some things accessories to help me get through it? Yes. An LED panel? Oh, yeah, that would be critical. I would absolutely want an LCD panel to light up my scenes with. But would I feel comfortable doing it on a cell phone? Yeah. I'll be honest. Absolutely, yes, I would. So if somebody takes the time, somebody in the family takes the time to take a couple of courses using their cell phone, I say do it. Absolutely do it. If that's going to save you some money in these hard times, do it, guys. And so even though I'm a photographer, I want you to hire me, but I can understand the truth. I can understand how things are right now. I can understand that those dollars are super important right now for you and your family. Okay? I get that. So if you do decide to hire us, we are here for you guys. And I want to appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Now, I know I'm not really great at videos right now, but I'm hoping and praying that I can get to the point where I'm good and maybe I'm doing something that people really enjoy watching. So that's what I wanted to talk about, is just the way the service industry is right now, as far as how things are working out for me. Things are tough, but it's doable. So that's the first part. That's the first skill. The next thing I want to talk about is I'm going to be answering questions. Now, I want these to be questions that I get asked in the comments. That would be my ultimate goal. And maybe if there's enough people that are interested, maybe I'll choose a day and maybe I can go live on certain days. Maybe Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the evening, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the evening. So if maybe something like that would seem interesting to you, please drop me a comment below. Like my video or hate it, either way, and drop me a comment below if you want to ask me a question, or if you think that's a good idea, or if you'd like to see that, let me know, guys. So today I grabbed a couple of questions off of the New Photographers website. I mean, not website, but Facebook. I went to the New Photographers, and they're just questions. New Photographers are always asking questions, and sometimes I like to go in there and answer the questions, but I think making a video about it, I think is also pretty nice too. So let's go ahead and bring up one of those questions. So it says, after you edit on Lightroom, how would I go about delivering the photos to a client? I'm using a laptop. Currently having issues figuring out how to save the pictures and get them to a client. So there's a couple of ways to look at this. And for me personally, I shoot on older cameras, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I have a 1D3, I have a 1D4, and occasionally I will shoot with an 80 or 90D. So the file sizes for my main cameras are 10 megapixels and 16 megapixels. So it just depends. Here's the thing that I would like to always mention to people. Now, me as a photographer, having a really nice setup as far as a computer goes, a monitor goes, as far as my internet connection, all that, I have the best of the best, right? Because I want to make my job as easy and as lightweight as possible. But you got to keep in mind that a lot of your clientele may not have all those luxuries, guys. So my recommendation always in Lightroom is once you get into that edit tab, you want to edit out to a light folder that's within the original folder as Lightroom, and then go down to your JPEG settings, and you want to set it to like maybe 60 or 70. So a 10 megapixel file will create like a 3.5 to 5 megabyte file, which I find is more than adequate. And it's a small file, absolutely. It's not 25 or 30 like what you're gonna get off, say, something like a 90D or a 5D Mark IV, which has over 30 megapixels. But to be quite honest, most of the clients are not going to take that picture that you sent them and blow it up to a poster size. And if that is their intention, if you keep the communication open, if you ask them if they're going to be making a print like that, so that way you let them know, I'm going to do a special edit on this one. What you're really doing is you're making the export file really big enough to where you can print a very large print. But other than that, most people will print 8x10s or smaller. So a 5 megabit or less file size is going to be excellent choice for them to print, as well as for you. Because if you're using Dropbox, which I use in my case, if I'm going to send 100 pictures or 200 pictures to Dropbox, 5 megabit files are going to move very quickly from my computer to Dropbox, and then they're also able to download them and view them on their phones very quickly. The last thing you want to do is send a full resolution file rendered to its full maximum quality, because if you do that, it's going to bog down everything. If they have a slow computer, bog down. If they have a slow internet connection, you're going to bog it down. If they try and download those 100 pictures to their cell phone, you're going to fill up their cell phone. So there's a lot of disadvantages to sending the customers full resolution JPEGs, guys. I always try and stay away from that as much as possible. So that's what I would handle that. Set that at 50 or 60, and you should get 3 to 5 megabit files. So let's look at the next question. Watermarks. Where do you generally place it on your photos you share on social media, not the paid version? So watermarks. Watermarks is one of those things where you're either here or you're there, guys. A lot of people will swear up and down, oh, you need to have watermarks on your pictures, but guess what? No matter how extravagant you get with your watermark, no matter your signature or your logo, like I have my logo here, sometimes I'll slap it on there. But to be quite honest, once you get a picture online anywhere, it doesn't matter where it's at, somebody can just absolutely take that from you and remove that watermark. It's it's so easy. To me, it's not even worth putting a watermark on the picture. If you're going to post it online, you might as well just post it with no watermark. And that's my opinion about that. So let's go to the next question here. So the next question, best laptop to view, store, or edit pictures. So this is kind of a weird question because it's not weird, but I get where they're coming from. They want a laptop that they can view, which you can view on just about any computer nowadays. Even aside from Windows and Mac, you can also view them on Chromebooks as well. So basically any laptop can allow you to view them. Same thing with store. Now, generally, I don't store any pictures on my computer at all. Basically what I do is once I take the pictures, I download them onto my main rig, which is my Alienware. Once I get it on there, I do all my edits. I export the JPEGs onto large hard drive, which is one of those Barracuda 14 terabyte drives. So I send the copy there, the RAWs and JPEGs to that, and then the edited JPEGs I'll put them into Dropbox, and that's where I would store. So I actually don't store anything on the actual computer itself. They're only on there long enough for me to do my edits. Once my edits are done, I send one copy, the RAWs, to the extended 14 gigabyte hard drive. 14 terabyte hard drive here locally, but it's not on my computer. And then I just send the edited JPEGs to my Dropbox for the customers to view. So as far as editing pictures, I think at this point now, just about any computer that's within the past year or two, and you definitely want to get a gaming laptop. Gaming laptops are set up for gaming, but they're excellent for doing media, absolutely, for doing video as well as doing pictures. So even if it's one of the lower tiered gaming laptops, I think you're going to be well off. If you can get 16 gigabytes of memory, I think that's the way to go. If you have at least a minimum of 6 gigabytes on your graphics card, I think that's a good starting point as well. And of course, you can always bump it up and make things run a whole lot faster. And once you've been doing this for long enough, you'll understand why faster is better. But I'll let you figure that out by yourself. And one last tip: buy it nice or buy it later. That's the thing too about these things. You want to buy a laptop. If you buy a maxed out laptop, which is going to set you back around $3,000 or $4,000, I know people hate to spend that amount, but if you spend that amount on a laptop now, you can keep it around like this Alienware for 5 years, and it still runs really well. I can even edit 4K on here. I don't, because I don't shoot 4K, but if I really absolutely had to, I could. This laptop could handle it. So you want to future-proof yourself as much as possible. And next question we have is, any recommendations on a not too expensive backdrop to do school type pictures? I do have a stand and I can hang it on. I do have a stand. Okay, let me start all over again. Any recommendations on a not too expensive backdrop to do school type pictures? I do have a stand. I can hang it on. Well, here's my deal. Backdrops is one of those things. Now, I own a bunch of backdrops. So I don't want you to think that I don't own any backdrops. I do. I own too many backdrops, and that's the problem. You will quickly start adding up backdrops because you buy one and you use it a couple of times, and even though they might be new to the customer, you start getting repetitive pictures which you cannot use oftentimes again and again and again, especially if you're posting to Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. So my recommendation is I really took the time and I learned how to really do well with green screen. Now I know green screen has fallen out of favor a little bit, but green screen absolutely will get the job done, and it allows you to acquire many backdrops, as well as gives you the opportunity to acquire your own or shoot your own backdrops for green screen shots, which I really love doing. I shoot a lot of green screen here in my garage, and I really think that's the best option, and especially for school pictures, because there's like tons of different backgrounds you can get for school pictures. So that's my view on that. So let's go to this last question real quick because my battery's running out. But it says, what's a good camera and lens you would recommend for a beginner like me? So beginner photography, guys, a lot of people will spend $300, $400, $500 seems to be like the mark where most people want to be at. They want to spend $500 or less. Now, here's my recommendation on. Now, I wish I would have brought my camera over here, but I have a T2i which I shot on for years and years and years. It's got literally tons of pictures taken on it. But if I was going to spend that same $800 that I spent to buy that camera when I first started, with the options now of having a 5D Mark III or having a 1D series like a 1D4 or 1D3, all those cameras are under $500 or right around $500. Not only are they extremely more durable, but they also show off that you are professional without you saying a word. When you walk in with a 1D series or a 5D camera, even if you don't know what you're doing, people are going to assume because you own that camera and it looks so awesome that you really know what you're doing. You're going to take awesome pictures for them. So if for nothing else, you want to have a camera that's going to say, I am a photographer. I have arrived. Get out of my way so I can take some pictures. So I would recommend a 1DX, a 1DX Mark II. I would recommend a 5D, starting with a 5D 2. Make sure it's got low shutter count, or a 5D Mark III. Also, you can get for very inexpensive, and those cameras are just amazing. You look professional, you're going to get professional results, and you can also grow with those cameras. So that's it, guys. Those are my questions for today. So I'm going to try my best, guys, and I really hope that y'all are going to enjoy everything that I'm going to be trying to do. I want you to come along for the ride. If you have any suggestions, please reach out to me, drop me a message, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, whatever you need to give me. Just give me something, guys. I'll take whatever you want to give me. And we're going to move forward. This is going to be a fun journey, and I definitely am going to put the pedal to the metal on this. So don't be surprised if you start seeing a lot more videos from me. And I want to be surprised and start getting a lot of comments from you guys. So till next time, guys, you take care. You have been watching the Camera64 Podcast, and I have been your host, Alfonso Chavez. So till next time, guys, you take care and have fun out there shooting, okay? Bye-bye.